Back to my channel. So today we'll see how we can create a DynamoDB table using serverless. In order to do that, we need to have a formation template ready for creating a DynamoDB table. So let's go to the AWS documentation, and in the cloud formation section we'll see how we can specify the resources or the configs for DynamoDB using JSON or the YAML format. So we'll go ahead with the YAML format. And from here we have grabbed the that need to be added in the configuration file. So this is my project which we have been using from the previous videos. Specifying the server name, specifying the service name, the framework version, specifications about the project, region, stack information, bucket, deployment bucket. So this is basically that we'll be using for storing all the codes done by serverless. In this section we have specified the resources, where this is basically a cloud formation template that can be used with serverless framework. In this format we specify the resource we want to create. So here we are creating a DynamoDB table. Its properties, that is name of the table, that is my first Dynamo table, the stage, maybe dev set or UAT or something like that. The billing mode is basically pay per request, and basically there are two modes available, demand and another is efficient. So we need to specify the read and write capacity of these, which is basically in detail that we'll talk about later, but for the sake of this video we'll only focus on serverless and creating this Dynamo table. So these attributes that can be added. So this is my sort key, hash key, and then sort key is by the schemas basically in the also we're going to have. So DynamoDB table basically is a JSON based, basically an object based page where we can specify columns, new columns, or based on the schema of the particular object we can store. It doesn't have a tightly coupled schema or the column structure. So this is the minimum configuration that we need to have a DynamoDB table. So let's go ahead and deploy this. The same command which we are using, serverless deploy on stage. So this should deploy this, basically create a DynamoDB table in AWS cloud. So while this is, let's go to the DynamoDB section of the AWS. Here right now I'm in this section. We also can open the cloud formation where we can see the resources are getting created with this template. And you should be able to see a DynamoDB table listed here in this. Many tables specified here, tables as of now. This is deployed. Yep. Now this is currently uploading the project, the full code into the S3 bucket. The bucket we have specified here, projects. So I have coded it, but because this is an existing bucket, so in order to specify this bucket, it has to be there, has to exist in S3 bucket. So in our case, we have S3. We have S3 bucket here that will be used for coding the uploads serverless. This is one of the buckets which was created previously, but right now we are not using it. We should be able, I should be deleting it shortly. Let's see where it has. It is creating stacks. Let's go to stacks and see if there is any stack in progress. It is Serverless DynamoDB. This is basically the stack name we have specified here while deploying this project. And configuration which is taking the service endpoints. Here Serverless DynamoDB, and the stage is dev. So it has taken the stack name as Serverless DynamoDB. And the events that is being created is it's a DynamoDB table in progress, resource creation initiated and completed. Now as per this, our has been created, and here also we can see the creation has finished, and no functions, no layers, no endpoints as of now. Earlier it was, there were no tables, but right now if we refresh it, we should have one here. My first DynamoDB of our table that we have in the template. If you want to see the items of that table, the configuration, the capacity mode is on demand that we have specified. The request is basically an on demand, also be provisioned based on our use case. This capacity mode set. Partition key and the sort key is basically the kind of primary key which will uniquely identifies the record. Next is basically some of the various configurations of DynamoDB table. So based on our use cases, we can configure the same through Serverless Template itself. It's capable enough to specify everything we need. Various we can use based on our use cases. So now we should be good. You see the view items. We can simply create an item from here. We can specify the album name. Let's say this is, really it should be we can also add an attribute maybe of say age, release year, let's say 2020. So this is how we can create an item. Then we should have an item listed. There is a record and an edit to delete or duplicate these items. We can download it as well. There's various options. Here we are done with this creation of DynamoDB table using Serverless. So guys, we are done for this today. In case if you have any questions, please write your questions in my comments section of this video. Then I'll try to answer all your queries. And please hit like button and share this video with your friends and colleagues. Do subscribe to my channel for the latest videos. So what we'll be doing is we'll try to insert an item using a Lambda function as an API. We'll try to hit that API and we'll have put some records into this DynamoDB. We'll have perform a CRUD operation on this DynamoDB table using Lambda. So that will be your basically serverless architecture. Go ahead and hit subscribe. Thank you for watching.